Good morning, guys. How are you? I hope everybody's well. And I had to go sort some stuff out this morning and got into a bit of a rain here in my city. So got a bit wet this morning trying to get in here on time. But that's all good. Here we are. And let's see what the gold has done for us. Would like to say thank you for all of you for being here, for watching our channel, and welcome to the trading cage. This is where we beat the gold. Let's see how we're going to beat it today. We have been beating it for the last 2 months really well since we started this product. Let's have a look at what's happening here on our daily time frame. Let me just clear this Fibonacci here. Yesterday I said something. I said that we could end up having a 3 candle pattern. And I do believe that this is the case here. After the market has grabbed all this liquidity below, we may see the market coming back to the highs once again, simply because if we can see here below candle 22, we can see that candle 57 did not break through the structure. So it went as low as it did to grab all that liquidity that it needed. And then as soon as it did that, it actually came back to inside the structure. And right now we have candle 56 that went down to the 50% of candle 57. And then it's coming right back up. So we may see this price coming back to as far as, and this is just a assumption, okay? So if we get this last retracement here, we could actually see, sorry about that, we could actually see this price coming around to this 50% region here, or even higher. We could see it coming to the minimums of candle 26. But this is just something for us to keep an eye out for. For the moment, we've got candle 58 working above its 50% and above the support. So we went down there to grab some more liquidity throughout the night, and then it popped right back up. So just keep an eye out. This may be a confirmation of the retracement for the price to come back, okay, and confirm pullback to the highs. We will have to wait for tomorrow's candle, okay, so for the opening of the Asian market tonight to see how this will behave, but we could be looking at that um, option. If it does do that, then it would be quite cool, because if it does, what we might do is have a very good buy here, which we could hold for quite a while until it goes on our target. And if it does that, I mean, we're going to be looking at a very good trade with really good money to be made. So it's a good thing to keep an eye out for. If you wanna do that, um, I think that you're gonna be really happy about it. So for our daily today, we are above support. We have resistance here. Um, Basically, we will get some sort of resistance at the minimums of candle 56. And then I'm gonna remove this because this was or something else. We may get another resistance here at the minimals of candle 11. And after that, the only resistance we would have would be the minimum of candle 26. Okay, which is in the same region as minimum of 23, minimum of 22, and the body of candle 22. So I'll actually put a line in there. So about here, that's our other resistance, which could work quite well. All right, so let's have a look at what's happening on our 1 hour chart. We'll put this out. Man, I've got so many stuff on my screen right now. What's happening? What's happening? Just 1 second, guys. Just trying to sort this thing out. This morning was a nightmare. No, it wasn't a nightmare. It was just too many things to do at the same time. Oh, all right, so here we are. 1 hour candle. We do know that we are above 50% of the day. We are also above the support now that we just drew on the daily chart, which is this black line here. Candle 38 is just trying to break through the trigger candle 25. If it does do that, we could be looking at this price coming back to the highs of yesterday. Okay. Candle 36 did come to the region of candle 17 here, but then it couldn't break through the highs of yesterday. So let me put another line here just so I can track this. So we have that there. That's our, oh, come on. This is our resistance for now. Let's see how price will react in that region. Candle 38 has tested up. Now it's getting pushed down. Let's see how that's gonna happen in there. 15 minutes right now. Okay, there's nothing for us to do here. For the moment, nothing to do. Good thing to track is we've got these 50% here, which is the 50% of the last movement. All right. So this is the last retracement. Then price is just working below this 50%. Okay, did manage to break through. Candle 36 did break through trigger candle 25, but then got pushed down by candle 37. One thing that we have been seeing lately is that the gold, it has been breaking through trigger candles, but then it hasn't continued to grab the liquidity above. So this has been happening for the past 15 days. Normally, every time it would break through a trigger candle, it would actually come and at least go on the target of the highs to the left. But lately hasn't done that. So this is something that we need to keep an eye out for. So it's not just because it broke through a trigger candle that it will mean that it's going to go and continue the movement up. Okay, so we got to keep an eye on that. Just make sure that we don't just think that we were getting to trades because it broke through a trigger candle. On the 1 minute here, prices. Okay, so confirm pullback to the minimals. I'm not gonna sell in here. I'm gonna wait a bit more. I was thinking about selling there because it did confirm a pullback, but I'll wait a little bit. We're still above 50% of the day. Price has come to the region of the maximum high of today. Now for the second time, and it hasn't managed to continue its movement. So we do have some trigger candles here on the 1 minute that could hold this price. This could be just a liquidity grab. So let's wait a little bit. Now, if on the 1 hour candle here, we can see that we had a push up, so market came, tested down, then pushed up, then it went right down to the bottom of candle 27, and then it went into a consolidation zone, and then it moved back up, trying to stop the sellers here, but didn't manage to stop the sellers. Then candle 37 came back to the 50% of the day, and buyers pushed the price up towards its 50%. And then now candle 38 tried to grab all the inefficiency here from candle 37, and it's now getting pushed back down to the region of 50% by the sellers. So what we can say is that there is a very big fight going on right now between buyers and sellers, um, possibly because the price has grabbed the liquidity below, so it already got all that liquidity below here. Now they have to make more liquidity or try to generate more liquidity in the minimals here so they can stop it and possibly continue on its way up, or the other way around. What I can see at the moment is that we have got a very big resistance point here on the maximum higher today. Okay, so candle 25 and 26, they had tried to continue their way up here and couldn't. So now we had candle 36 once again trying to grab that liquidity above and couldn't do it. And we can see here on the 1 minute that price gets pushed down straight away. So let's wait for it. Let's see what the market is going to do in this region. We do have the trigger candle 19 here and all these lateralization here right at the 50% of the day. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen in this region. All I can see is that there is a very big fight in between buyers and sellers at this stage. Okay, so it might be one of those days where we need to be um, very patient about getting into trades because of the region that the price actually is working on. Let's go over to our 15-minute candle. On our 15-minute candle, we can see the lateralization here around the maximum high of the movement. We have 50% of the day. That's where candle 53 came through and grabbed all the liquidity that it had below candle 43. So it already cleared that liquidity out. At the moment, we have liquidity up below candle 53 and also above candle 6 and above candle 53 is being generated right now. So, oh, yeah, worked. Not a very clear movement from the market. So when the market doesn't show us its movement clearly, we just don't get into trades. It's better to do it that way than trying to be jumping into trades. Um, without making sure that we know exactly what's happening, okay? Let me just clear this out. Use that. It's too big. So we have got right now, we've got liquidity just below candle 53 here. Let's see how candle 58 is going to close. It could come as low as that 50%. Okay. All right, so candle 58 did break through candle 57 on the 15 minutes at the moment. So let's have a look at what's happening on our 5 minutes. So on our 5 minutes, we have a very big push down here on candle 173, then candle 174, comes back down, leaves a doji just below the 50% of this retracement in candle 175 is trying to push the price up once again. On the 1 minute, price has broken through trigger candle 834. So it's one of those things. It has confirmed pullback to the minimals, but it hasn't concluded it. So we don't want to be getting into trades right now in this region simply because we are in a region of price indecision, okay? Price doesn't quite know. It has the obligation of coming down here on the 15 minutes. It has broken through trigger candles to the left. So it should tell us that this price is coming down to the region of 50% of the day. But right now, I'm a little bit inclined to stay out of this trade simply because we are in a lateralization above 50% of the day, and price hasn't been able to break through the minimals just yet. Let's see if it will manage to do that. If it will manage to break through those minimals for us. So we got candle 175 coming down now. Let's see if it will stop the guys who bought at candle 167. This price could come down as far as the 50% of the day. but it hadn't broken any trigger candles to the left yet on the 5 minutes. So let's see how price will react. Once it stops these guys on the 1 minute, it should accelerate. Cool. Let's see if it will manage to stop the guys below candle 157 as well. It's trying to fight through. Come on. So now we can see a pure pressure from the sellers here at this stage, trying to push this price down to grab the liquidity below. It's actually quite a good move here, but they have gone on target, which is our 50% of the day. Let's see if candle 874 will continue its movement down. So candle 175 went on target, which is 50% of the day. Let's have a look to the left, what we have got in that region. Also, let me just check one thing. So this is a regional support, so price may not go through that. So the region of 4373 is the region of that structure to the left. So price may find very difficult to pass through that one because we've got this structure here to the left and that support, okay? Not only that, this trigger candle here is also at the same region of support. So we have got support in that region. Let's see if price will manage to break through. If it does break through, then once again, price may be coming down to the lowest part of today. So the lowest price of today. Candle 176. It's trying to push the price down, trying to confirm pullback here at the 1 minute. Okay, price has confirmed pullback on the 1 minute now. Let's see if it renews the minimals of candle 874. We are back at our region of support once again. Candle 877 has concluded the obligations of the pullback. Let's see if candle 176 will be able to break through that support. Very big pressure from sellers. Now we have price has stopped the buyers from candle 157. Let's see if this is just a liquidity grab from the market or if actually price will actually start breaking through to move to prices below. We might get one of those days where price is going to be working in a range. Only problem right now is that the stop is huge. It did break through the support region, so we do have a sell in there, but the stop is huge. We're talking about pretty much 2,000 points a stop. So it's not a very good trade. It's not a very good trade for us to get into right now, simply because of the amount of stop. I'm gonna let it go. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this sell right now. Okay, so you have candle 177 testing now the resistance. Okay, so it had support, now it broke through, so now it becomes resistance. All right, so candle 177 still testing that resistance right now. Just doing another thing here. Be a second. Okay, so candle 177 hasn't managed to come back down. It has had tested that resistance, and candle 178 is pushing price right back up at the moment. This could be just a test from the 15-minute candle. Okay, candle 60 testing up. On the 15 minutes, we have got candle 59 here breaking through the minimums of candle 53. But one thing that we know is that 80% of breakthroughs are false. So this could be just a false breakthrough, which means the price could come back down um, quite easily, okay? After candle 178 tests these resistances that was broken. All right, so we got sellers pushing through once again here at 1 minute. We can see what this price is doing. Let's have a look if it is breaking through this 50%. So it tried to stay below 50% once again. Right now, candle 887 is trying to push through. All right, so candle 178 now, big push up, which means that this, if it closes over here, this could mean that this was just a liquidity grab and that price might be trying to push up once again. Okay, what we would need is that we would need candle 179 to test down when it opens up to allow us and then come back. So if it tests around the trigger candle 177 here, if it tests that high, it would be a very good test for us. Okay, but let's keep an eye out on this 1 minute, okay? So I got on 1 minute prices got through the trigger candle of 876 here, and then he felt a bit of pressure from sellers. So candle 868 has come down a little bit. Let's see if 889 will actually push it back up. We've got 35 seconds to go. Um, let's see if this price has to close above 50% of the day, okay, and also needs to close above 50% of the movement on the 1 minute. Candle 179 should test down, okay, if we are willing to get into a trade. Candle 179 hasn't tested down yet. $179 testing up instead of testing down. So nothing for me to do at this movement, okay? Not gonna get into a trade where the candle hasn't tested down into the region that I would like it to test. $179 testing down now. I'm waiting for a test at the trigger candle. This is also a good region for that test, actually. Let me see what the 1 minute will do. We are prices above 50% of the day, but we are in a slight downtrend on the 1 minute. So we gotta be a little careful about getting to that trade right now. But if it does test that support, so we have this downtrend, but right now it has broken through. So I'm gonna put a buy here. Price coming back up. It will get my trade a little bit late, but let's see how 1 minute will react in here. I tried to position my trade a little bit lower, but price didn't allow me to do that. My my stop will be on the 1 minute. If it comes back inside of this 50%, then I'm not going to hold that trade. Let's see how that happens. It got into my trade a little bit late. It had to pick up my trade around this region here, and my trade was actually picked up over there at the 4388. It was supposed to pick up at 4383. Um, so it got pushed a little bit up, and I was trying to push it down, and I couldn't do it. So, but let's wait for it. Let's see. I'm still waiting. So if this price comes back inside of this 50% here and below 50% of the day, I am not going to hold this trade. We have a doji, which is an indecision of the market. So let's wait. Right, so candle 180 is pushing back up right now. Now, I don't have a very long target for this trade. I would be aiming to get um, just about those bottom of those trigger candles to the left, okay? So we're talking about just over 1,000 points if it goes our way. See if it had got to my price where it was supposed to, um, we would be positive right now. Come on. We still have a pullback to the highs here on the 1 minute. So if we have a look, just a small scalp. Now price breaking through this trend line. $897 is trying to push down, but hasn't managed to continue the movement down just yet. Buyers are still punching on the price. Let's wait. It still might go our way. $897 did break through a trigger candle 895, but then 898 has pushed price down straight up, straight away. Let me just adjust this Fibo here. If it breaks through 50% of the day, I'm not going to hold this trade. All right, guys, so now it's basically 10 o'clock. Price is mucking around just around that region. I do have to go to trade together with our students, okay? But let me just have a look here really quickly at what could happen now at the opening of the American market. So right now we have the price below, we have the price above 50% of the day. Okay. This price could be coming down once again to try to grab liquidity below. It has grabbed the liquidity below 157, but so far it's still um, over the 50%. So we can't really sell in that region just yet. Okay. We do have a whole bunch of liquidity below here um, today, so below the minimums of today. We have this regional support, which is the region of 4373. This is support for the price, okay? It did break through it, but it did the liquidity, grab the liquidity here, and then it got pushed back up straight away, which means that price could be um, coming back up, but it's trying to push to make a retracement once again. I'm gonna get out of this trade right now because it is below the 50% of the day. Okay, I'm just waiting for that 1 minute to close. Okay, so it's pushing down. I'm not gonna hold that trade. All right, so let's wait to see how this market will react around this region here. There's a very big fight between buyers and sellers at this point. If if the market does confirm this pullback, we could have a sell here, but if we do sell, we must sell with the price below the support. Okay, so price is just generating liquidity below candle 177, and it's generating liquidity above candle 179. Price has tried to come back and stop the sellers here on top of candle 18 of today, okay? And there's a whole bunch of liquidity above. So overall, what we're talking about is price has come down, grabbed the whole liquidity from the last big retracement from the daily chart, and then after that, price got pushed up above support. So we are above support at the moment. Price is above 50% of the day. There's a lot of fights in between buyers and sellers right now. So wait for it, like I had confirmed for us that it should go up until about the trigger candles. It hasn't done that yet. It's trying to push down. So it's not a very good place to be trading right now. Wait for the market to decide which way it is going to go, either to grab the liquidity above or to grab the liquidity below. Once the market does that and show us exactly what it wants to do, then we'll be getting into good trades. Look at that. It came here, broke through trigger candles, broke through 50% of the day, broke through everything, and then it just gets pushed back up. So if we see that price is breaking through the left here, it could do basically this, come and test this region again to try to break through this high. Okay, so price could do that, or it could do also the opposite. It could come around the 50% here and then bring the price back down. If it does, wait for a pullback around this region, and then we can short it on its way down. Okay, so don't sell below, don't sell above the support, and don't sell above 50% of the day. Wait for the price to confirm if it's actually going up or if it's gonna have to come down to grab more liquidity to try to come back up and break through again. On the macro, we have a downtrend. Okay, market is still on a downtrend, but at the moment we are in a consolidation zone right now of the day. Okay, so the day is consolidating. Best thing to do is sell below 50 here, coming to about minimums of the day, and then buy down here and bring the price back up. Come back with the price. All right. So guys, this is what we have for today. Thank you very much for all of you that are watching. Um, tomorrow we'll be back, okay, from 9 o'clock. We'll be back um, with some more mapping of the price of the gold. And on the opening of the American market, just be very careful, okay, where the price is, because most likely in a day like this, it's gonna have to stop one side and then bring the price back inside of the structure to go the other way around. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. This has been the trading cage, and this is where we beat the gold. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.